Okay, hey, part two of the magnets, metals, and electricity. Okay, make a permanent magnet. Okay, it says to stroke your paper clip with your magnet. So, say get a magnet, and all you have to do to line up those magnetic field lines I was telling you about is to go like that, maybe about 10 to 20 times. What it does is it lines up all the magnetic fields. Then it says place your paper clip on the surface of some water. And when you put the magnet on the water, you're actually making a compass. So we're going to put this on some water. And when you do it, put it flat between your fingers and drop it carefully. Now notice how it's turning. It's turning because it is lining up with the Earth's magnetic field. And so compasses is one way to show a magnetic field. Another way is just by using iron filings, which I'll show you in the next video. But anyway, right now, this is pointing north. The north end of this is pointing to the North Pole. So if the North Pole is attracting the north end, guess what charge the North Pole is? Well, it's actually south. It's got a south charge, although we call it the North Pole. And so that is see. So place your paper clip on the surface. Which way does it point? It points north. Draw this. And why does it point north? Because the North Pole has a south charge and draws that end of the magnet. And so that means that the South Pole, we call it the South Pole, but it is actually a north charge. Okay, the next one is see magnetic field lines. On the table, sprinkle some filings or cut up some steel wool on a piece of paper. Okay, hold a speaker magnet beneath the table surface. Okay, so we are going to sprinkle the iron filings, and you can see each one of these little iron filings is like a compass, and it shows what the field lines are. Okay, so it says tap the field table to reveal that. So you can put your magnet under the table and see if it reaches through. And you can use steel wool if you want to, crunch it up and put it on there. Um, and then you can put your magnet. So if you have a nice speaker magnet, you can use that. And if you don't have one, you'll just be using your smaller one. Put a smaller magnet under the table, draw what you see. What does it show? It shows that the magnetic force goes through the table. And also it shows that, that's pretty much good enough. It shows that the magnetic field can go through the table, and it shows the magnetic field lines. Put your smaller magnet now underneath the paper. Okay, so let's say you put this under the table. It's got a much weaker force, so that's something else it shows. It shows that your smaller magnet has a smaller range than the bigger magnet. Okay, and so put your smaller magnet now under the paper. Okay, well, it's much stronger for sure. So the closer it is, the stronger your magnetic force is. Okay, so that's this part of the page. And we'll move on to the last activities next.